an art journaling supplies haul and happy mail. Hello everyone, I'm Caroline, and today I want to show you some happy mail I've received and also a haul of journaling supplies that I bought today. It's the first time I've been out for a long while just to shop casually, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I probably bought more than I wanted to because I was only going to spend £1 or £2, but that didn't quite work out. So I'm going to show all the different things that I had. So I think I'll start with this haul of happy mail. This may seem a little disjointed, but I had a problem. I recorded this whole video once and realised that I didn't turn my microphone on. So this is now the second time, which is why things are not packaged up. They're all open because I've already done this once before. So this happy mail was sent to me by Lynn. Now, she did send me a card, which I did have to show you, and it somehow got muddled up, so it's possibly in here, possibly not. If we come across it, I'll show it to you. But this is just an example of the sort of wonderful things she makes. All that decoupage. Don't know if she's got a special cutting machine or whether she fussy cuts, but they're pretty impressive. And look at the tiny pearl detail on there with a little hanger. You can never have too much happy. So these are going to be brilliant for my journaling. Aloha, and like seashells, we are beautiful and unique, each with a story to tell. They're so detailed and just gorgeous. But that's not all there was. There was all this. Look at it there. There's so much. We've got big just for you. So I've got some ready-made tags. Here, here, here. That's like a ticket rather than a tag. And some other tickety things. We got some people from old photographs. Lots of double-sided bits and pieces. There are these like index cards, I suppose. Mother Goose favourites. So look at all these gorgeous little pieces. Oh, there's an alphabet. Now, I had a quick look at these when they arrived. I then have been through this for the last video that didn't have any sound, and I'm still noticing things I didn't notice last time. Somebody's got a circular punch. We got this, which looks like one of those, I can't remember what you call them now. You put the little circle in with the pictures and you view through it. These are going to be so useful. Some of them I can use as embellishments and sew them up with other things. We've got a fish, which costs £6. What's that? 6 shillings and 6 in old money. Look at these little tiny butterflies. Beautiful. And even more bits and pieces. Look at all this. It's a plain ticket, 25 cents each. Little bits of decoupage. Well, I don't know if she did fussy cut those, but if she did, she's fabulous. Look at that. There's not a chance I would ever be able to cut something like that. Garden rue. And then we got think outside, no box required. How did that get in there? Somebody's mouth. And we got a 25 cents Christmas ticket. Pair of legs sticking out here, which belongs to a sheet that I'll show you in a minute. We got a flamingo, as you do, and this flamingo on that side is all decorated. Amazing amount of detail on these. Carbolic acid. Now, I added this little bit of embroidery floss to the tag there, just to try it out, because I really liked the thought of the lime green against the muted colours, and I think it works really well. We've got more butterflies, corsets and skirts. You can just imagine the hours of fun that I'm going to have with these. Sorry if my voice is a bit dry. As I've said, this is the second time I've done this, and I could really do with a drink now, really. Oh, I could really do with a drink now, really. What a lot of reallys. A very sweet little girl dressed up as a butterfly. And we got these, which are I messed this up when I stuck it back down. They peel off and they're quite transparent. They're not completely opaque. So they'll be lovely decoration for something. The edge of a page, or perhaps going across something like that. You can see there, you'll see the pattern through. We've got more of these that I can use, either glue the three sides or sew the three sides and make them into little pockets to hold things. Or I could put that on the front as a book plate. And the Eiffel Tower, and I love Paris and the Eiffel Tower. It's time to relax, the best ever. And we got Lion Coffee. If you want a handsome picture card, of which this is a fair sample, buy a package of Lion's Coffee. It is composed of a successful combination of Mocha, Java and Rio. Now we know. I wonder if you can get that anymore. That's beautiful. I think this would look lovely on a doily with all the white frilly bits all around the outside, or even some actual lace. And that looks stunning. And Cooper & Co. teas. So lots of little tags. Tibbus Brothers, commission merchants and wholesale dealers in Cape Cod cranberries. Useful if you want some cranberries from Cape Cod. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Sweet little angel with a gorgeous background. And we got these embellishments that would go nice, I think, on the front of a journal. I'd like to put those on. We've got the corners as well, and then paint over the whole lot in, I don't know really. I don't know what colour I would go for. Whether I go for something like a leather look or a... I suppose I could paint them first in like white, put them on a pink and then a pale pink, and that would look like a wedding cake almost, wouldn't it? I'll think about that. And I did open this packet a while ago because the third lot of Happy Mail, I had to wait for 3 weeks for that to arrive, and I couldn't wait any longer, so I decided to just try out a few little things. And I've got this little tag here. I made a little side pocket here. Can slide that into, and I used one of the daisies that Lynn sent me. I made a tag, and another one there with some of the papers she sent, and another tag that I haven't done anything to other than put a piece of floss on. So we're getting to the end of all these little bits. Oh, I'm never going to be able to cut that out fussy cutting. Can you see how small and detailed that is? I think what I'd do is I would cut off the little sticky out bits. I can't even think what they're called now. I've gone blank. I've done this video. I've been videoing for so long. And then draw those on with a pen. Right, 65 cents, a little ticket, something interesting there. And then let's have a look what this says. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the number of moments that take our breath away. 2 of those. Oh, on the back. Take measures. I didn't notice that last time. Oh, that's very nice. I thought there was just the one, and now I find out they come apart, and they've got take measures on the back. And a little dance ticket, and some other little bits and pieces. And a little square with some flowers on, and another one of those peel-offable things. Right. I'm never quite sure of the proper words. I don't think peel-offable thing is what they are. So now we've got some papers. Now I've never worked on 12 by 12 papers. The papers I'm used to are this size. So you can see there's a substantial difference. So I'm really going to have a lot of fun with these bigger papers. I thought that was actually part of the paper. It's not. So we got this one. Oh, that's not part of the paper either. And how did that get in there? That's one of mine. This one, which is all tags, and a little piece of cut out there of a flower. If you want to be happy, be. You had me at hello. We've got this one then, which has got lots of different tags with like a map and music. So that's nice. Graph paper. More tags, letters, a ruler. I really like these rulers. I'm going to make a dressmaking journal. I just fancy doing one and putting lots of little bits of pattern in, and that would be good in there, I think, too. Some numbers and some little bits of slip through into the here too. And this is a nice paper with some animals on the bottom. And this is where that little cutout came from. There she is. She's missing. I love these. These are going to go really good in a sewing journal because they are sewn. So I think they would look really good. Yep. I really love those. That's a problem. I really love it all. It's going to keep me busy for so long. Look at all this. If I pile it up there, that is such a nice treat. So thank you so much, Lynn. Lynn is on Instagram as tatterdrose. I'll pop her link into the description below if you want to check her out. She makes such beautiful cards. Definitely worth a look. Right, let's get on to what I bought today. Let's have a look at my haul. The first thing to show you is this tub. I bought two. They're nothing special. I take the lids off. There we go. That is going to be very useful because I didn't realise when I started journaling, probably about 2-3 weeks ago, just how many bits and pieces you end up collecting when you keep all your little bits. You cut things out of magazines. So I got myself these, two of them, £1.29 each. So they didn't break the bank. And they're quite good. The only thing is the one side doesn't stick. But I've chatted to my son and he says he had the same problem with his because he sells stickers at Comic Cons, and apparently there's a little lug there that has to be taken out with a knife because they're not cut very well, and then it'll seal. So there we go. I'll do that later and try not to chop my finger off. And in the same shop I bought Pack a Post 50 brown money envelopes, and I thought these would be really good if I've got a little small set of stamps from the pound shop, and I could stamp words on there like love and enjoy yourself, happiness, that sort of thing. 50 of them. They last me a while and they cost me 59p. I didn't just go to new shops. I went to charity shops or thrift stores and I got this, which doesn't look really very journaling related, does it? I paid £2 for this in the St David's Hospice Care Centre. But the reason I got this, I have been looking at the price on lace and it is very expensive. So when I saw this for £2, if I show you there, you can see the texture. This is absolutely gorgeous. And it's not terribly see-through or transparent, but if I can find a brightly coloured piece of paper, and put it under there, I just think that is going to look so pretty. And also, just to have strips of it, I'm going to cut some flowers out. I'll cut some strips of flowers and see all the different things I can do. Right, in a different charity shop, there were some tubs of things. So I asked the lady how much everything was, and she said, these box 3 for £1, these box 4 for £1. So these were from the box at 4 for £1. And I'm really pleased. They work out 25p each. I've got this bag here, which I thought I can harvest bits and pieces off this. Now, I could have used the button, but it's got a really nice Velcro closure on it. So I think I could use that, as it is on the journal, that closure. Find a way of fixing it on. And I can cut out the stitching on this, and then I've got both sides of the Velcro. I can then cut this out, which gives me a window, which will be fun. And I've got all this fabric on the back and this ropey stuff that I can use too. There are some napkins. I picked these up thinking they could be a bit of fun. They're really happy and cheerful. And I can definitely use those. Probably about 10 in there, 15. Look at this. I absolutely love this. Cheers, dears. It's very glittery. Look at that. So I just love it. It's got some ribbon that I can use, and I can use this with the stars on for part of the journaling. The deer I love. I don't know whether to do this and turn it into a journal cover or whether to cut bits out. I haven't decided yet how much I'm going to take this apart. But I just think it's so cute, and it has a deer on the other side too. So 2 deers for the price of 1. And there's this. Now, I discovered this when I was showing you the last time I made the video, which you never got to see. This was a bag, and somebody's tied the handle this side, so I've got a knot I have to undo. But these are just poke through the whole one, so I didn't even have to figure out a way to detach them and reattach them. If I just make some holes now with my crocodile punch, I can attach them onto something else. So they're useful. And this bag, look at that. Oh, that is delicious. Look at those sparkly bits. I just love sparkle. So I'm going to use this. Again, I'm not sure whether to use it as a journal cover or whether to use it as pages in the journal. I'm tempted to use it as a cover. It is so pretty. You're really not getting the full effect unless I go really close. But it is beautiful. So again, 25p. I'm very happy when you look at all this for £1. Yep, that was good. But what did I buy at 3 for £1? I'll show you. So I got these for 3 for £1, so 33p each. So we've got these stamps. I think they could ideally do with going on an acrylic block, but I haven't got one, so I'll use them like that. I think they'll be fine. So we've got some Christmas presents or gifts, balloons with stars on, happy birthday, cake, hats, another cake, balloons, gloves, stars. I don't think I'll use them a lot, but at 33p I thought, well, I'll definitely take them because they're going to come in very useful from time to time. I also got these. I pull them out. They don't want to come out, they've been stapled. They're quite 3-dimensional. Now they're glued onto here, but when you pull them off, the glue dots stay on the plastic. Ah, there we go. I managed to get that one off. It doesn't matter because I've got my own glue dots, so if I get problems with them, I'll just use my own glue dots. So pop that back in there. So hearts, flowers and spots. So I think they will... I won't overuse them. I don't want to be too blingy, but I think occasionally they'll be nice, especially with their colours. And finally, another 33p well spent, Harry Potter letter writing set. Now this is a bit scrunched up and messy inside. But even the box has got little bits that perhaps I can use some things off. And we've got Harry Potter paper. There, that was a bit, 2 of them are very, aha, there's a note here. Dear somebody, I won't tell you who it is, if I fold the top down. I didn't notice this note. Hope you are well and enjoying your summer holidays. We miss seeing you and hope we will meet up soon. We finished school last week and bought a caravan. We are in Tenby at the moment camping. The caravan, and then they got bored. So they went off in their caravan and thought, oh, I'm not writing a letter. I want to go have fun. So that's there. These will be very useful. And they do have this lovely little insignia on the back from Hogwarts. And some seals. And I can't see. They probably, I'm assuming the Hogwarts seal is on the back too. So that. And that. And that were very nice for £1. I spent £1 more. And I'll bring these on one at a time. So the first thing, I've already opened this and didn't get time to put it back in. I'm trying to film before it gets too dark. Is this paper with flowers all along the top. Now I can either use some of these to make tags. They'll be pretty. Or to put in whole like that so somebody can journal on them. I can cut out, say, that amount and then put some lines on it and somebody could journal on that. Lots of different options. I could even, I suppose, fold that up to there, and then I've got a pocket as well that I can stick something in. Cut it in half and I've got 2 pockets. So 33p again seemed well worth it. And the envelopes are going to be very useful. I can try an envelope book. I've never tried one of those. I've seen people make them. Can't remember exactly how they do it now. Something like that. I'll have to figure out how they do it and try it. Might be a bit of fun. That's one thing with journaling. I love drawing still, and that's my first love, but journaling looks a bit more playful, so I'm looking forward to journaling. I got this. It's scented draw liners. I take them out of the box. They don't want to come out of the box. There we go. That box will be useful for keeping things in. Now these still smell. Not too strong, but they smell, so they'd be lovely in a journal. If I ever sold it, I'd mention that it did have some scented draw liners on, because some people are sensitive and wouldn't want anything perfumed in their journals. But this is really nice paper. Not too thick, not too thin. Great for folding and creasing and making pockets and things with. So, no, it's the wrong colour. I thought I could have used that on top, but it's really not going, is it? No. Definitely too much difference in the colours there. But that is lovely. Oops, probably about, let's get my tape measure. So that is 14 inches by 11.5. So a nice bit of paper there for 33p. And finally, you're going to like this. I think I can pretty much guarantee you're going to like this for 33p. It's a bag of buttons. And look at some of the buttons. We've got this one. I think I may be able to actually put these in using the eyelets and things in my crocodile. And they are golfing buttons. There are 2 in there. And there are these strange things. Not quite sure what they are, but I'm sure I'll be able to find a use for those. Some sort of clip. Maybe off a kilt or something. Not quite sure. There's 2 of those. I don't know where the other one's gone. There it is. Got a little pack of cards with a little card with some buttons. Winfield, which is the old Woolworths, 19p. Some nice wooden buttons. Yes, they are wood. Sometimes they're plastic, but they are wood. So 4 of those. These are gorgeous. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 little ones. They are so lovely. I'm going to enjoy using those. And then we got this big one, which is plain with 4 holes and a little buckle, a toggle, a button with L on. Useful if I'm making a journal for somebody and they'd like it themed with L. And this. Look at that for a button. It's really chunky and it's square. That is a lot of fun. I love that. These metal ones, some plain ones, but a lovely size. So plenty of assortment there for 33p. Right, back to Happy Mail now. On the video that I just made that didn't work because it had no sound, I did have a parcel from Charlotte, which is now in here. So I might as well leave it in here. I can't repack the thing. And look what she sent me. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Look at this. We've got some Aqua Spectrum Noir. And we've got a fine bullet tip that side. And a brush tip that side. And the colours. You can get them out and show you. Look at those colours. They're so beautiful, and I like drawing girls, and these will be perfect for girls, whether I'm drawing their clothing or their hair or some flowers in their hair. We got heather, orchid, wildflower, jasmine, sunflower, meadow, leaf green, begonia, rose pink, marigold, bud green. I think I said heather. So look at those. They are absolutely gorgeous. I've never had the Spectrum Noir markers. There's a nice... Whoops, there goes my lid. There's a nice feel to these. So I'm going to have a lot of fun with those. But that's not all. As you've seen in the tub, There are also these alcohol markers with Spectrum Noir, and they're dead posh. Can you see there? They've got like a little rubber grip to make it easier for you when you're colouring. Very a la posh. So they're lovely, and let's have a look at the colours. Hey, just managed to hold all those, and look at those again. All pastel colours, perfect for the sort of things I draw. We got some skin tones in there, lots of greens. I love drawing here with a bit of foliage and flowers, so they will be perfect. So a huge thank you, Charlotte. These are brilliant. Unfortunately, I couldn't show me unwrapping them, but they are ready in this new tub of mine. A perfect fit, look at that. Right, and for my last happy mail and the last unveiling of the video, I've got this envelope. And this has come all the way from Tennessee. Now, this is what has held me up, because it's taken 3 weeks for this to arrive. And I've had letters from Phyllis before, and they've never taken that long. So something went wrong. This has been lost. I was a bit worried it was never going to get you, which made me really sad, because I knew she'd made this with an awful lot of care and attention. And the thought of it getting lost would have been such a shame. I'll keep it this way up because there are 2 addresses on the front. And what have we got inside? Well, Phyllis was determined to get as much as she could into one of these flat envelopes. And I think she did a fabulous job. I think she must have been jumping up and down on it to flatten it. And look, I've got a Tennessee bird's feather. Little tiny one. That is so pretty. And there's a little triangle bit, but I'm not going to tell you about that just yet. Look at this. She's put paint and marks onto parchment paper. And so it's, if I put it down, if I move that, you can still see the stripes of my tablecloth through there. So it's semi-opaque, but it is lovely. I don't know what she's done to get this white with the little speckly black bits on, but I love that. And something I noticed last time, so I'm going to show you this time by having another look. It's something I hadn't noticed, is if you hold it in a certain way, this looks almost like a scene. You can see some conifers, tall conifers there, as if they were in Italy, and on this side. And here's a little bit of almost like a Turner painting, isn't it? With the sky and a layer of clouds going across and some green grass and the waves of the sea. Now, I didn't spot that last time, but I will show you the bit where I got that idea from. So that is a really gorgeous piece there. Got a little bag, which is so cute. And inside are some wildflower seeds. So I'm going to sow those in my garden and then use the bag in a journal. This is lovely. You've got lots of roses. Loads and loads of roses. That must have taken some time. And then paint over the top. Now it seems to have been, at least in some places, sprayed. I'm wondering whether it was sprayed all over, because there do seem to be spray marks there. So I think it probably was sprayed, and it's absolutely gorgeous again. Let's have a look, see how much shows through. That's going to be beautiful in a journal. Well, if this video doesn't work, I don't think I'll have a voice left to do another one. So this is a pack of white daisies. Now I know the perfect place for these in my garden. It's semi-wild and it's a little bit dark under the trees, so I'm going to put, it's not complete shade, but there's some shade, so I'm going to put the daisies under there to brighten up the look of that area of my garden, and then I'll use this little packet for my journal. Best wishes from Tennessee, Phyllis. And guess what? I'm going to use that as well. And then we got these thin strips here. I'm sure I'll find something to do with that. I just love the colours on it. If I show you closely, maybe you can see. It's surprising with all the little paint dots. And then there's this piece. I love this on the back. I don't know why that appeals to me. And there's a little bit taken out of this, and the reason is I couldn't wait. I really wanted to wait and show you it all, but I couldn't. I was so excited when this arrived that I just had to fiddle. So I did. And I tried making a few little tags. They're going to need embellishment as well, but that's a little bit out of a music book. Sewn onto this. And the same again, only a little bit bigger. It's that way up. Now I missed out a little bit there with my zigzag stitch. I just started yesterday trying out my sewing machine on them. So I'm going to put an embellishment there, and I think it'll be fine. And then I've got this, which I don't know why, but these appeal to me. Clusters. And if I put something pretty, oh, I could put that along there like that. And I just think it's so nice. I mean, I could keep it running the same direction as that. Oh, that looks lovely. Something like that. Not quite sure what I'll do yet, but it'll definitely be getting something attached to it. And it's just 2 pieces of paper, one Phyllis made, one I made, and a piece of fabric that I shredded the edges on. I just think that's lovely. But this I want to show you. Now this is amazing. I didn't realise when I just cut a little piece of paper up from Phyllis and made it into this tag. I like the colours. And then when I was showing it on the video the last time, I realised it's a picture. You got the water here, you got the snow, the water's a bit frozen. There's a tower here with a little bit of, if I show you there, you got some moss growing up or ivy that's covered in snow. You got the trees sticking up, the bare trees, a very stormy sky, the reflection of the tower in the water. That is completely unintentional. It's just completely random from a bit I cut out of the paper. And look at that, it's a picture all of his own. I just think that is amazing. Well done, Phyllis. And I've got this one this is brilliant. It's a little pocket. Pop that in. Look at that, in a journal. But there's a secret to this. I sewed around the 3 sides. But then actually I sewed around the 4 sides and I completely missed the edge of the parchment paper. I've got my new glasses today, so hopefully I won't make the same mistake again. I've been really struggling with my old glasses, but I finally got new ones. So I thought, well, I can either re-sew it or I can leave it as a pocket. So I'm leaving it as a pocket. So we'll tell everybody that was the plan, okay? I'm sure if we looked at it, picked the right way up, we could find another picture in there too. I'm really into looking for pictures in these things now. Right, if I move those out of the way and I can show you these little, what look like offcuts. Now why did she send me some offcuts? Well, she didn't. Yesterday I decided I couldn't leave one piece there. She'd made a picture that she'd painted on the parchment paper. And oh, there's one of those little stamps, and I just couldn't resist it. I had to do something with it immediately, so I put it on the page, and I had to put it at an angle, otherwise I would have lost too much of the petals. So then I put little bits on the corner there, and this is a dryer sheet that I always use dryer sheets when I'm using acrylics to clean up, and then when they dry they look like I spent ages dyeing them, and I haven't. Cut out some petals, glued on a button, colour heaven that I cut out of a magazine, and look at that. That is so beautiful. Very little effort on my part, just a bit of glue in. The majority of the work was down to Phyllis. I've also got these little bits left that I can use for something else. And I just think that made an absolutely stunning journal page. So thank you very much, Phyllis. That little envelope was certainly packed full of excitement. I've had a whale of a time already, and I'm looking forward to using the rest. If you've enjoyed this video, then please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of the things I do, my hauls, unboxing, paintings, drawings, tutorials when I figure out how to do something, then why not follow me? It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and that way you won't miss any of the content I put out. I'll see you all next time, but until then, don't forget, draw every day and have fun. Bye!